We got our money's worth. That's really all I care about. So we've had enough fun for one sitting. It's time to continue our way up the mountain. There are hearts over here if we need them. I was able to recharge my health by talking to him because, again, sitting down recharges your health for whatever reason. It's convenient that it does that, especially in hero mode where you have no other way to heal, but it's nice that that happens. Also, this guy spawns. You can just run right past him. I decide to kill him just in case he happens to drop a jelly blob. Doesn't always happen. Convenient when it does, though. So this is the bigger one that we have to run up, and as you can see, those guys are going to be throwing rocks at us. Hopefully no small treasure. Okay. I didn't want to have to run after him, because I know I'm going to run after him if he drops a treasure. Please don't. We're fine. So even the one on the platform is going to be hurling rocks at us, although I don't know where he's getting them from. You also have to keep in mind that these guys up there are still going to be throwing rocks at us even when we're on the platform. So just because we're close doesn't mean we're in the clear. So you want to try to be quick about this. So you can see we were able to stun the guy in the middle. Hopefully he'll be stunned long enough that we can get here. Are you really going to be blocking like every single attack I do? Come on. I'm not sure why they drop hearts when you don't need them either. Well, that door looks important. Oh, it's the same two we saw at the beginning of the area, aren't they? Yep, it's Led and what's-his-name? Keymon? Oh, must be the key to the big door. I guess they broke the key. She did? Wait, they... Was the girl in black also blonde, or are they talking about Zelda? Sounds like a place we'd like to go. Well, if they took her away, I don't think it was the girl in black. It must be Zelda. I was going to say that. Not the smartest guys, are they? Still better than looking cleverer than you are. Would that happen to be the fact that the key we need to get into the place that Zelda probably is broken into 5 pieces and we need to find them? That oddly garbed feet? Well, we already decided it can't be the woman in black because she wasn't exactly taken by the bad guys. Has to be Zelda. But how do you know that if we haven't actually come in contact with it? Now we can start dousing for the key shards. Since I know where they are, I'm not going to bother with it. Another digging spot. And we have an enemy in here! Awesome. I love running into enemies when I'm digging for treasure. So we can also find a couple of other things in and around the area. The one that's easiest to miss... Why I didn't want to hit the slingshot. Is this one over here, and this one can be a little tricky to get. I forget exactly how I do this. Hopefully I got it first try. Good luck figuring out you're supposed to do that. And you can also run up and down these slopes. But in there's one of the key shards that we need. So now you can see we need to collect 5 of them. I didn't want to run... Really, game, you gonna do this to me? I'll meet you back up. So we're back. I don't know what the indication was that you were supposed to do it. Maybe if you see, like, when you walk over to the bombs, it kind of zooms over to show you where the bomb is on the wall, but again, you underestimate the reach that you have with rolling those bombs. And it'll really come in handy when we get into other areas of the game. But this is a nice place, like you can see all around here, all these different areas, and it's nice for using your dousing ability, because you can kind of tell where there's one over down there somewhere. There's one over there that's fairly close, so it'll probably be one of the next places that we go. I think that's the same one we had before. Like, I never really use the dousing since I know where most of the things are, but it's useful sometimes. And also note that there are areas with these butterflies down on the surface as well. That most of the ones that we found so far were in Skyloft. And these will be somewhat useful later on as well, although not really. More bad guys. I heard a guy with the monster horn, so we probably want to take him out at some point. God, would you stop blocking me, please? I said stop blocking me. Where's the guy with the horn? He's probably up on the thing. Almost certainly the guy up on the thing. Guy! Thank you. That dropped another skull. Awesome. Okay, your horn is really starting to irritate me. Could you just die, please? Really appreciate it. Thank you. Also, the other thing that I really wanted to pick up that I always forget about... Is it over here, or is it further up? Might be further up, or is it? No, I think it's right over here. Because you don't come to this area until, like, way later in the game. But this particular goddess cube is really useful if you want to craft everything. And that'll be the one I pick up before we go into the dungeon. I mean, I'll pick up the rest of them, but that's the one that I really care about. So I guess we can continue further up. I mean, we saw... That's a lot of keys. We saw a lot of... Or we saw one of the key shards was by the door to the dungeon, but let's face it, we're going to be back there anyway. So it'd probably be a good idea for us to save that one for last, because we need to return there anyway. Forget if I picked up that bird statue or not. I might not want to take the risk that we didn't. So let's get over here. Let's see if we can get close enough to the edge that we can drop down, and then shimmy our way over. So this looks like it's going to be another area where I'm not going to be able to leave. Hang on. Alright, so where were we? What was I doing here? How did I get here? When did I get here? Right, we were trying to cross the gap with the bridge. So yeah, so this is looking like another one of those areas that we're only going to pass through once for the sake of activating a shortcut and then never going around the long way again. If I had to venture to guess. Oh, it's a good thing those vines extended all the way down, otherwise we'd be in serious trouble. So we just climb our way all the way around underneath the bridge on the other side, which is kind of interesting. And work our way back up. Back around. And hopefully there's a button for us to press. So I'll hopefully never have to go around that way again. And yeah, I saw the butterflies over there, but I'm not going to be going after that many butterflies. More Elden Rollers. I mean, if they're rolling around... You can also, like, run over them and kill them, and they have little ghosts that remind me of the Pikmin ghosts when you kill them. But they've also been a staple in this game, too. Fi, what do you want? Probably a good idea. So if we stay in here for too long, our clothes will erupt into flames, and I'd rather not have that happen. So let's just go around this way. Won't spend more time in there than we have to. And after that, you can run along the slopes here, which I would recommend because it makes it easier for you to pick some of the stuff up. Actually, no, button. I'd really like a fairy. So again, these guys replenish 6 hearts and only 6 hearts, but they will restore you to life when you die. So it's usually a nice thing to have on you, because you never know what'll happen. But yeah, you can run along these slopes. It looks kind of funny when you do, because Link kind of sinks into the ground a bit, like the game doesn't expect you to do it. But here you want to wait until the other one's about to charge up, and then you can go. They're out of sync sometimes, so you have to be careful exactly when you jump. But you can see there's another one of these things here. And I believe further up is another thing that we want. I just don't remember if we can run to it from here, or if we have to make our way back around. I think there's a chest up there, but I don't think we will be able to make our way up to it, because it's too long of a distance for us to run. It's too long for us to run. I just don't remember if it's a goddess cube or just a treasure chest. It might be a goddess cube. I really hope it's not a goddess cube, because I don't want to have to go all the way back up there again. It's not the if it is, it's not the important one. Hopefully it's not. Yeah, but whenever you have a digging spot that has hearts, it's usually just 2 hearts. And we can go over there right now. So this is another location where we make use of the bomb rolling. Unfortunately, I don't think we can do it quite yet because there's another plug in the wall here. So we use it to drain the lava in here, and that'll reveal another area for us to go to. And this is where our next key shard is. So we can probably throw this, roll it over there, and hopefully it lands by the door. If it doesn't, I can throw it before it blows up. If the game would actually allow me to pick up the bomb when I throw it, that would be fantastic. It doesn't do that, though. Maybe rolling would get it a little bit further along. Yeah, it should be good. I sometimes get confused as to which one will give you more distance, throwing it or rolling it. Depends on the angle that you have to place it. So there are 2 more of these pieces. For some reason I thought that we'd already found 3, but that was only the 3rd. So we know that there's one close by the temple itself, just branching off to the side of it. And I think there may be something down here for us. Death! So nice to meet you again, Death. More digging spot. Do I want to dig you up? I'd say that was worth it. Anything else around here, though? Doesn't look like it. So again, there are a lot of little places to explore off the beaten path. Sometimes you find something useful, other times you don't. I tend to do it just because the game's kind of designed for you to go looking around, see what you can find, give you that incentive to do so. And we can use these bombs over here. If you remember, there was a bomb wall that we couldn't destroy over here from the other side. It wouldn't let me throw because I didn't swing my remote hard enough. So that'll happen sometimes. You remember you have to have your remote positioned in a certain way, and then you have to, like, tilt it forward. If you don't tilt it forward hard enough, it'll just think of you as, like, if you don't do this, and you just do it more gently, then it'll just place it down instead of throwing it, and then the bomb's probably exploded in your face by then. So I'm hitting that just because I didn't remember if I did or not. And that will take us back up to where we made the bridge most recently. So if we missed something up along the slope that we run down, we can go pick it up now. And I forget if we missed another one of the key shards up there. I guess dousing wouldn't be a bad idea. Because if we notice there's another one up there, then we probably missed it. If there isn't, I won't bother going back. I think we're fine. Yeah, the one that we're missing is back up there, so I know where that one is. And the other one we're missing might be further down, if I remember. But of course, if I remembered where it was, we wouldn't have to be looking for it now, would we? But the dowsing can be kind of useful if you forget where you are or where a certain thing is. So that's where the 1 is. It looks like there are 2 of them there. Unless they're both pointing to the same spot. Am I that much of an idiot that I can't remember where the 5th one is? Am I really that much of an idiot? Well, I guess I'll cut to when I find it then. Oh, Monster Claw. Can't cut away yet. I have to add to the collection count. Alright, now I'll see you later. You know why I was so confused? Because if I remember correctly, both of them are right next to each other. Like, they're not over here, but there are 2 of them that are just to the left of the temple. And I kept confusing one for the other and thinking that it was leading me to just a single one. But there's one over here, and I believe there's one further down this way. Yup. Oh, I wasn't trying to roll down, I was trying to throw... Oh, the bomb came with me. I totally intended that to happen, what are you talking about? And there's our complete key. Also, remember this thing for later. Actually, now that we found them all, we don't even need to douse anymore. Yeah, remember that thing is there. It might be useful later. And there is some other stuff that we can find off to the side of the temple over here. Like, for instance, if we dig up this, it'll generate another vent of steam that we can place a bomb onto. And that'll explode some rocks for us. And that leads to another goddess cube. I think that's pretty much all we have to do here. So this is UniversalGiant. And unless I missed a goddess cube that was on the slope that I'll be cutting to just after I say this, there was a goddess cube there. Of course there was. We'll head into the temple next time. See you then.